A few months ago, the CEO and the founder of the fintech bank called MoneyPoint came out in an address and gave a speech. And in that speech, he said that Nigerian youths are not employable. He said that they have a lot of slots for the youth, but they have not found somebody that is employable. And guess what? Nigerian youth, we dragged him that day, that period. Everybody was dragging MoneyPoint CEO for saying that we are not employable. They said, okay, we are employable when it comes to giving us POS machines, but we are not employable when it comes to giving us high-paying jobs, executive jobs. We're employable. But actually, let me tell you the truth. If you look at it, the average Nigerian youth, the ones that are educated, don't have skills. And let me tell you, in the global stage, having a degree alone cannot get you in a good job, cannot land you in a high-paying job that you want. In the fintech industry right now, having a good degree cannot land you the job. Yes. I have someone that works in Google in California. This guy lives in California and he works with Google. And he said that to date, he has worked for Google for up to 8 years as at the time we were having this discussion. And he said something to me. He said, do you know, from the day I got here till now, nobody have ever cared if I have a degree. They have never asked me whether I went to the university. They have never asked me anything concerning my degree. And he shook me and I said, how did you get the job? He said, I got this job not because I have a degree. I got this job because I have skills. He said, when I applied for this job, they called us for interview. They did not ask me, did you attend university? What did you study in school? They said, can you complete this task in the next 24 to 48 hours and submit it back? He said, yes, I'm equal to the task. They gave him a Google Chrome laptop and they gave him the task. He said, complete this task and submit. And this guy completed this task, submitted, and he was hired without submitting his results, his curriculum vitae, and all that. Because let me tell you, in the global stage, what matters is what you can do, not the degrees you have. Because at the end of the day, when you finish BSc, you have 1 degree out of 360 degrees. When you do masters, you now have 2 degrees out of 360 degrees. And guess what? Many of the time, the things you spent 4 years in school to get, theoretically, by the time you're graduating, the knowledge has expired. In some countries, knowledge expires every year. Some countries, knowledge expires every 4 years. So by the time you're graduating from that prestigious university, that your knowledge is fully expired. So you can imagine yourself being in a situation where you are graduating with a degree. What you learned have expired. In African settings right now, what we are seeing is that we are being taught years of knowledge. Most of this knowledge is no longer relevant. Most of them, no longer relevant. And we watch these things unfold. Our people can no longer compete in the global stage because we have neglected skills. We applaud degrees and neglected skills. Now look at what our forefathers did. For example, in the Igbo settings, we used to have masters in different skills. Dinta, master of the hunt. We used to have these things. But you see what we did to our own children? When we started raising our own children, we gave them certificates, but we did not give them certificate. We forgot that there's a difference between certificate and the certificate. Yes, certificate is your degree. Certificate is what you can do with your degree. A lot of us have a degree, but we cannot do anything with that degree because we don't have skills around our degree. We just have paper that expires after 35 years. And here we are, insulting a man just because he said that he could not find any Nigerian youth to fill into the positions that are open in his company. And we dragged him instead of looking at the fabrics of our society and finding out where did we make a mistake, what are we not learning, and what should we be learning. An average Nigerian, once they graduate with their BSc or HND, they abandon reading, they not read again. You will never find them with a book, you will never find them trying to improve. They abandon reading. They abandon everything and they go for youth service, come back. And many of the times when you assess them, they don't understand what is in their certificate. They cannot. So right now, what we should be doing is in Africa, most especially in Nigeria, our youth should be prioritizing skills, employable skills, because there's a difference that there is employment and there's the other difference that you are employable. There can be an employment, but you are not employable. A lot of our young people are not employable right now because we neglect skills. So many of us that went to the university, we just sorted our way through the university. We sought lecturers, the ladies sought lecturers, everybody sorting lecturers. Some of us who did not even enter class one day, but we ended up coming out with 2-1, with certificates, with 2-1, with distinction in something that you are not distinct in. That is one of the biggest problem, because we started prioritizing certificates over certificates. You see somebody that cannot deliver anything, but they have a BSc, they have certificates, and they pride themselves in the certificate. Meanwhile, they don't have anything that they can offer with the certificate. If you employ them, you will have to start again teaching them what to do because they don't know anything.